Welcome to the June 2017 Star Wars Canon Update. This month we got 9 new comic issues, including the start of the new Darth Vader series, and that's exactly what I want to cover first, so let's dive in. The first issue of Darth Vader picks up immediately after Revenge of the Sith and starts telling us a lot more about the Sith. The most compelling thing is about how they get their lightsaber crystals, and it sounds like they must be taken in battle. So Vader is sent on a quest to kill a Jedi and take his or her crystal. I think technically Vader could have taken the crystal from any of the Jedi he killed in the temple, but Palpatine had them all burned, probably just to be a jerk. So Vader goes to an old Jedi outpost in the second issue to start his search, and he slaughters all the clones there. I think that'll be polarizing to fans because in Legends, Vader still had a pretty good relationship with the clones. But I like this. You can really feel the rage coming from Vader, and it's like he's just trying to force himself to give himself to the dark side more and more. We also see how insanely powerful he is when he catches a grenade in midair, stops it from exploding, and kills some more clones all at the same time. He gets a lead on a Jedi he can hunt down, and that's how it ends. So far, I think this series is great. We're diving into lore about the Sith and the Jedi, and we're just getting to see Vader get comfortable in his new skin. I really look forward to more of these. On the flip side, thank goodness the Screaming Citadel arc is over. I was willing to hold my judgment during the first 3 parts, and I thought there were some intriguing ideas, but holy cow did Star Wars 32 and Dr. Aphra 8 go off the deep end. Han and Luke both get possessed by these parasites, which then allowed them to control the rest of the hive, and it was all so convoluted and messy, it took all the interest I had and just killed it. I will say I liked Luke learning the lesson that there aren't any shortcuts when it comes to the Force or anything else worth having. I just wish he learned it some other way. At any rate, I say skip Screaming Citadel. I'm ready to move on to some new stories. Okay, back to some stuff that worked. Darth Maul 4 was great. He and the Jedi Padawan have to work together to survive, all the while knowing they will eventually fight to the death. Now that we've learned about how the Sith have to take their lightsaber crystals in battle, I think that's Maul's motivation here. As far as we know, this is the first Jedi he's faced, but he has a double-bladed lightsaber. He refers to their coming fight as a sacred rite, and I think we're seeing that Sidious is denying Maul some quintessential Sith experiences in favor of secrecy, and Maul isn't having it. I think he was given his lightsaber, and maybe he's feeling like an inferior warrior because of it. That's all speculation right now, but I think this might end up with Lando as one of the far better 5-issue arcs. Poe Dameron 16 was average. This whole arc has just been so-so, which is a bummer because the previous arc was so good. I feel like Black Squadron is using Lulo's death to make stupid decisions, but as long as someone says they're doing it for Lulo, it's okay. This issue also made the First Order seem a little foolish. They weren't outwitted, they just made bad decisions, but that might be okay because I think Terex is on his way back in a real way. That excites me. I also like the running joke that Jess Pava keeps losing her astromechs. One of the strengths of this series is just showing the camaraderie of Black Squadron. The first Poe Dameron annual also came out this month, and I didn't like it at all. It feels like it should have taken place before issue 14, and the timeline just felt weird. It was about Poe learning that he can't do it all on his own and that the Resistance is bigger than just him, and that's fine, except I never got the impression that Poe needed to learn that lesson. He's always seemed pretty selfless and reliant on his team. Poe is a character we don't know as well as some, but this just felt completely off to me. Droids Unplugged was released, but it's basically a collection of short droid-related comics that have already been released as extra stories in other comics. They're aimed at a much younger audience and they're kinda silly. I would say skip it unless you just love droids in every form. Finally, for June, we had the 3rd issue of the Rogue One adaptation. It's hard to talk about this in depth because we all know the film, but the comic is still doing a good job at presenting us with new information. The highlight of this one was Saw Gerrera. He remembers raising Jyn in a touching few frames, but right before he dies, he utters the name Steela. I would have loved to see that in the movie. What if he had pulled out that hologram of her that he has in Star Wars Rebels? He looks at his sister's face one last time before dying. Sure, casual moviegoers wouldn't have known what that meant, but it would have been so great to the diehard fans like us. Oh well. That's gonna do it for June. Next month, we're getting 7 new comic issues, but also Forces of Destiny is set to begin, and we'll get Battlefront 2 Inferno Squad, so we'll cover all of that on August 1st. Until then, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.